people. Let's do like this. Let me start it like this. On what basis do you do a purchase? If you want to buy something, or if you want to buy a bike or a car or any item, what is the criteria you'll be looking at? Most of the people, when I ask this question, most of the people have the criteria. The criteria they'll be looking at for, they'll be checking for major thing called price. Second thing, they'll quality. Third thing, they'll be looking at brand name. When you want to buy something, they'll be looking at price, quality, brand name, affordability, or something even like color or passionate taste. Whatever the taste they have, the passion towards those things, they'll be looking at those things. But what I feel is, at the conditions which we are at present, and to recover from this in the future, to come back for what we were like 2-3 years back, one thing we need to do, that is, we need to select what we buy on the basis of nationality. What do you mean by on the basis of nationality? I need to buy those things which are Indian made. I need to encourage those things which are made in India, made by Indian, came out by Indian for Indians. This is the major thing which we need to work on. So on the pandemic time like this, there are only two solutions to come out of this and to sustain, and post-COVID to recover whatever we have gone through, to reboot ourselves. There are two major things. What are those two major things? One is humanity, helping each other. Humanity. We have seen many people all around helping each other. They've done donations. They've gone outside on the roads and they're helping out. You can hear many good stories, positive stories, amazing stories that people are helping. There was a guy who sells his SCV and starts donating oxygen. There were people who were supplying. You can see Tata was supplying oxygen. You have many MNCs who came forward and helping each other. They started showing humanity. That is a very, very essential thing at this time. Other than that, what is more essential is we need to think about our economy also. We need to think about our economy also. The economy which we are holding on right now, making sure it doesn't crumble. It's already crumbling because of many problems which we have, because of the lockdown, because of demand supply lagging. The economy is also falling. At exact time like this, what is the major thing is, we need to show nationality. We need to show patriotism. We need to encourage Indian. We need to support. We need to have that fraternity between us. This is the basic things on which today's complete Indian economy is holding on to. During COVID, after COVID also, if I need to sustain myself, what is the major thing is buying Indian stuff. On this basis only, whatever our Honorable Prime Minister who talks about Atmanirbhar, that is nothing but buying Indian, encouraging Indian, and supporting Indian companies and Indian MNCs. So on this note, I want to start my presentation or webinar on this note itself. So before entering the complete webinar, let me give you a small brief history about India. What India we know is not the India which was before British. If you could see the graph here, how many of you could identify something here? It is past 2000 years of economic chart. When you see past 2000 years of economic chart, can you see this? This is India's contribution till 17th century. India had the highest contribution for world GDP. India has easily more than 45% of share for world GDP till 17th century. Why do you think India had such a big share to the world GDP? Because India had skilled laborers. India was filled with skilled laborers. How can I say that? So you can ask me, how can you say that India was filled with skilled laborers? The moment we observe Taj Mahal, if you see Taj Mahal, who builds Taj Mahal? A person who is self-sustained. His agriculture is working out. His manufacturing sector is working out. His he doesn't have any other problems. He's exporting. Only those people will go for art and architecture. They say they have a saying that people with filled tummy think about art and architecture. That means when Mughals were thinking about art and architecture, such amazing art and architecture, that means imagine their economy, how big the economy was. Indian economy was very, very big. You'd have heard about Kohinoor, you'd have heard about Peacock Throne. They were I mean, Indian economy was in its epitome till 17th century. What was the reason for this economy to be in epitome? Skilled laborers. How can I say that we had such a good skilled laborers? So all the evidences I have is many architectural things of Taj Mahal, or the clothes which my kings were wearing, or the thrones they were sitting, or the places they were visiting, the masks they were having, even the burial grounds. They had minutest things. They were having a lot of minute things, and they had done such a wonderful finishing. So many people had involved and pushed in. That shows that skillness in my economy. That means we had amazingly skilled laborers. India was always blessed with amazingly skilled laborers. And all these skilled laborers were household laborers. I mean, they had a small household firms of their own. So it is not new for India to have a skilled labor and cottage or household industries. India from past, let it start from 500 BCE till 17th century, we had a small businesses running, including family businesses, household businesses, and they were thriving, independent, and they were strong and highly skilled labor. And they used to supply the goods and services all over the world, not just for the domestic thing. India has the highest trade also. India has the highest trade. Can you see this? Things changes. Things changes after 17th century. What happens after 17th century? If you observe, after 17th century, the major thing which changed was British enters. British gets missions to us. The moment missions come, skills fall. Labor was replaced by missions. Labor was replaced by missions. Industrialization starts. 17th century, industrialization UK starts, and UK wanted United Nations or UK, British wanted raw material from India. They took Indian raw materials. All the raw materials which was available for my domestic household industries were taken away. We didn't have raw material. After that, machine-made cloths were cheaper. They bought them back. They sold here. My skilled labor who had a cottage industry, who had a small industries, he could not get the market because his clothes are costlier than the UK products because they were made up of machines. They had to fall. This tragedy starts here. There's a huge tragedy. In this tragedy is where we start falling. My industrialization or my cottage industry, which my rural industry, India wasn't, they used to call economy for India wasn't rural India. It fell. British does this. Urbanization happens. Not in India. It happens in British. My raw materials they used to take, they used to get me finished goods. When they're doing this, the biggest problem India faced was we lost ancient skills. India was home of many such skills. We lost them. But actually, what happened? We could have got our skills back. We could have got our skills back. But what we did was we accepted British. We accepted British. We still are not getting back to the post-Britain economy or post-colonial economy or pre-colonial economy because we are still in the hangover of colonial economy. So this is the time right now I feel. This is the time right now I feel. What we lost during the British rule, India is back with the boom. India is back with the boom that India can now get back to that level. India can become all the superpower which it was before British. All that it needs is same skilled laborers we've had, same skilled laborers we had. And don't you think India has that same skilled labor already now? When I see you bright students all over the youth of India, India has the highest youth population in the world. They are getting skilled, amazing skills they are getting. It's past 20 years we have seen this. Indian people are getting a lot of skills. Indian people are getting a lot of skills. But what is that? We are not able to get back still to that same pre-colonial India where the skills were amazing, where industrialization was very heavy, where we had small cottage industries thriving our economy. What is stopping us? What is stopping us? What is stopping us is our approaches. Because we are stuck, our parents, our grandparents, all those people who were under colonial rule, we stopped thinking independently. We are taking orders from British. Now we are taking orders from society. Society is giving us orders. Society is asking us to take a job in an MNC. Society is ordering us to not to think beyond your limits. Society is putting boundaries to me so that don't think outside the box, because British did this to us. British has kept these boxes and they didn't let us think outside that. And we are still continuing same thing after British has gone. It's been 70 years. So another 2022 we'll be celebrating 75 years of our Indian independence. We are still thinking within our box. We are not understanding our limits. We are not breaking the shackles we are in and coming outside. Our parents are not letting it happen. But sometimes there is another way of understanding. Look at this. There is another way of understanding. Let me put a new way of understanding. See, what used to happen? I can't blame my society. Why can't I blame my society? Let's take our three generations. I'll take. This is our generation. This is our parents' generation. And this is our grandparents' generation. This grandparents' generation, what happens? After British, Indian economy was very weak. They were hand to mouth. You know what is hand to mouth? They didn't have anything else other than depending on salaries or depending on wages or depending on agricultural labor like that. They didn't have anything other than that. They were only dependent on the daily wages they used to get. So their labor was wage based. Their labor was wage based. They were ready to do any labor. They were ready to do any labor and they were ready to take orders. They only took orders because hunger. Their requirement was food. Food. Their requirement was food. So our grandparents became laborers or worked for somebody else for food. Our grandparents worked for somebody else for food. Yes. Now, by the time it came to my parents or our parents' era, food was self-sufficient. By 1965 or 1970, we had enough food because Green Revolution had come. No hunger-related deaths have reduced. People were self-sufficient. Food was there. But our parents worked for. See, ask your parents, what is your only aim? To have a house. That's their biggest aim in the world, you know. I mean, their life, all they earned was to build their own house. That's the only thinking they had. So they were working for basic amenities. Food was there, other basic amenities like nutrition, little bit nutrition, then little bit health, then little bit basic necessities like shelter, little small car. So their aims were this. And now, let's take these two people because they had merely any their requirements were less and they're not able to meet their requirements. So they take a chance. Can they think outside the box? They can't. Because if he starts thinking outside the box, he won't get food tonight. Your father will get, or our parents will get insulted if he thinks outside the box. Because if there is a failure, what would happen? I will be thrown out to the roads. I won't have a house to stay. I won't have a shelter. I won't have food to eat. So I need to stick on to the labor work. I need to stick on to the labor work. Then comes us. Then comes us. We are here. So check now. Food, our grandfathers earned. Shelter, basic necessities, our parents have earned. Why do we want to be laborers? No, let's work for passion. Let's work for identity. This is a generation which is looking for identity. They're like, you can earn your, I mean, food is not at all a problem. Basic amenities is not at all a problem. What do you need right now is an identity. You need a passion. You need to think like this. Stop thinking like your parents. Stop thinking like your grandparents. You're out of those shackles of food. You're out of basic amenities. You already have it. If you don't have it, government is already providing all these things. Now, even now, why should I think like my grandparents and parents? Can I break my thinking and come out? Can I break my thinking and come out? Yes. Let me break my thinking and come out. Let me have my own ideas. Let me work with passion. They say that work with passion is always most effective way of working. Yes. So we can come out of all these things. Let's work for ourselves. Let's work for our dreams. Why should I build someone else's dream when I have my own dream? That too when I have self-sufficiency of food and shelter, which my parents didn't have, that's why they didn't think. So my parents tend to tell me this. My grandparents tend to tell me this. Yes, stick on to one work. They will stop us experimenting. But you know why they do that. But we can take chances. We can come out of those boxes, or we can come out of those shackles or walls which we are built in. Can come out and come out with new ideas. Come out with new ideas. See, what happens is, because our previous generations didn't think like this, we are deprived of many new innovative things. Even if I stop thinking beyond the boxes, I will be depriving my future also. My future generations, they won't have new innovations. Can I think, come out with new innovation, new ways of solving problems, new ways of making things, new ways of producing things, giving new ways of services? Haven't you seen in the past 10 to 15 years, all tiny youth whose age of 35, 40 years are becoming billionaires? Why? New innovations, new ideas. And this world is so wonderful that it is accepting all these new ideas and new innovations. The age is prepared. India is prepared. We are in the perfect situation. That transition from age-old economy where we work as a labor to an economy where we work as an entrepreneur, where we work as an owner, where we create jobs instead of giving jobs. I mean, working under someone else, where I can create a job. All I need is my mindset. All I need is my mindset. Just change that little bit. I'll enter into a world of opportunities, a world of innovation, a world of bigger economy, a world of better living standards. What is that mindset? What is that mindset that I'm having? The mindset which I'm always having is biggest problem with my mindset is negative thinking. Negative thinking. So we are always, how could I say, we are always in the verge of negative thinking. Why do we are in the verge of negative thinking? See, human is born with a negative thinking. How do I say this? Human is born with a negative thinking. So let's do, do a small experiment with your kids in your home, or do a small experiment with even a normal 14 years old teenager also. Tend to give them a sheet of paper. Take it and give them a sheet of paper. If I tend to give a sheet of paper to a kid, what will the kid do? It will try to destroy it, right? It will try to destroy it. It will tear it. It will make it into pieces. Correct? Correct? A kid, the moment it sees a paper, it wants to destroy. Isn't it so? So we are bound to have this negative externalities inside us. Every time, normally, it is very natural for a human to attract negativities, but it's not so easy to attract.
ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಇದಾಯ್ತಾ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ.
Lassie Hall. So he was in professor in Ohio University. He's a psychologist. He takes a people of 20,000 people, and what he does is he makes a small study on this 20,000 people. He gives a book to all the people, all these 20,000 people, and asks them to divide the book into two columns, page into two columns: positive things today, negative things today. Positive things today, negative things today. I'll give you a same exercise now also. From morning till now, it's almost like 4 years we would have been awake. From 4 years, take out the positive things which has happened in your head and think about the negative things which has happened. For me, I woke up, I felt like I didn't sleep enough. Negative thing. After that, I went outside. There was a paper, and because of the wind, paper was shattered. I was irritated because paper got shattered. So when you note down things, many things which come to your mind is a negative things. Many things which come to your mind is negative things. It's a very common scenario everywhere else in the world. 92% of the people jotted down and told that I get 92. I mean, they said we'll have more negative things than positive things in our life, in day-to-day life. And they're still suffering. But 8% of the people said, I had more positive things in my life than negative things, they said. They saw positive things. Finally, Lassie Hall says that, see, who are those 8%? Those are the people who are the super rich. Those are the people who have got us innovations because they see positive things in everything. Those are the people who are thinking that nothing bad can happen. If bad happens, that is for my experience. Correct. You know, General Electronics, Thomas Alva Edison, you would know those stories. Like every time he used to fail to come out with a bulb, people used to tell like, how many times are you failing? But he says, look at the positive way of taking his life. He says that every time I failed, I found out a new way of not to do a thing. I learned from my failures. Look at the positive way he taught it. That's why world's biggest company is GE. One of the big brands in the world is GE. They take positive things out of so many negative things in our life. Same goes with us. Where are we stuck? Are you want to be with that rest of the world where 92% are there thinking negative, it doesn't work out, that doesn't work out, this won't happen in my life, that won't happen in my life. I'm not so lucky. What if I fail? What if I do that thing? What if my idea is dumb? Yes, that's where we are stuck. That's where we are stuck. What I could do is, can I be that remaining 8% of people? Can I be that remaining 8% of people who see positives, who feel excited, who is in zeal all the time? That's the beauty of thinking positively. So now, what is that stopping us? Because world is prepared, the circumstances around you is prepared. because you have a stable life, because your parents or grandparents work for you, you have a stable life, you need to look forward, and you still want to be like your father, or you want to be like your old generation and stick to the work which is done by them,
ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
take the salaries, monthly salaries, be happy with the monthly salaries and not grow more than that, or give a try. Let me put it my thing. See, there is no loss. There is no loss in this era. They call this as Kalyug, you know. Kalyug, one thing we need to understand. In Kalyug, there is no concept of win, success and failure. There is no concept of success and failure. It is perception. Kalyug is that era. There is no concept of success and failure. Every time you fail, that's another path for success. And success is not for one step, two steps. Success is a complete life. So what? How it happens? Now, when you're like, how many of you had those success stories like, I want to pass 9, that's enough. I want to pass 10, that's enough. I want to pass 12, that's enough. I want to finish engineering, that's enough. Want to get married, that's enough. No, right? That's not success. Success is a process. Success is a process. In the verge of this success, you tend to take paths. Every time you feel that it is a failure, it's not a failure. It's a new way to come out with a better, successful path. So take it life like this. So don't settle for, don't be a mediocre, don't settle for small things. It's not about startup, it's about our way of leading our life. It's a way of leading our life because we are prepared. This is our surrounding is so well prepared. Overwhelmed. I'll tell you one more amazing opportunity which we as an Indian hold on to. What is that opportunity which we as an Indian hold on to? That's the beauty of this opportunity. See, out of the India was the 5th biggest GDP. India has the highest GDP. Okay. India had the highest GDP, 5th biggest GDP India had it. So it was China. China had the second, USA had the first. Why do you think USA is the first? Because of the startups in USA. Started 45 years to 50 years back. 50 years down the line, USA had only startups that made USA the world's biggest economy. World ruling economy. You people want to go to USA once in a lifetime, be in a Silicon City, work for someone else, instead of building India as a biggest economy. Let's come back. China. So after COVID, people are bitter towards China. Correct? Aren't people are bitter towards China? Yes, they're way bitter towards China because they feel that China, because of China, world is suffering. Because of China, world is suffering. So let me put it, people don't want to buy Chinese. People don't want to encourage Chinese economy. So when it is like this, let me put it like this. Who else will replace China now? China goods are not going. Indian goods will furnish. So if people are hostile towards Chinese things, but they need their goods and services, world needs it. Who can supply? Who can be as big as China? It is India. What an amazing situation we are in. Why should I take this as an adversity? It's an opportunity which has been conspired for me. Post-COVID is an amazing opportunity where world is looking for a supplier of goods and services because world doesn't trust China. It is India right now. This is one of the biggest things. I mean, India now doesn't think like this. What would happen is some other country will come in between and take this away. Leave that. I'll give you another example. Can anybody recall Indian mobile phones? Any Indian brand mobile phones? Micromax was there. So OnePlus is OnePlus worked out. You have Samsung, you have iPhone. But why didn't Micromax work out? Micromax being Indian could have been worked out really well. Why is Samsung sold highest in India? OnePlus, Me, all Chinese phones are sold highest in India, but not Micromax. Attitude of us, attitude of us. We, as an Indian, we are not proud of our own self. We are not proud of our own institutions. We are not proud of our own products. We are not, right? We want quality. Yes, we want quality. You say that, sir, I have an iPhone where I have a Micromax. When I have an opportunity to buy an iPhone, why not why to buy a Micromax? Exactly, right? Germany didn't think like this. Japan didn't think like this. After First World War, after Second World War, Germany didn't think like this. After Second World War, Japan didn't think like this. Japan thought world is different, Japan is different. If I don't buy my own stuff, who else will buy? If I don't encourage my own stuff, who else will encourage? So they built their economy from inside. They were not dependent from outside. So for that to happen, this feeling of my nation, my products, my Indian, proud to wear Indian, buy Indian, that feeling we should get it. When it comes out like this, we will tend to have multinational companies, will tend to have bigger things. Now we are already in that verge. India is preparing for that verge. Government, the concept of Atmanirbhar, most of you already are feeling it. The moment there was a Doklam issue, how many of you hated Chinese apps? How many of you hated Chinese things? So that means the moment you hated something else, you should have loved India. You wanted to put Indians. When Twitter was threatening India, when WhatsApp was threatening India, you had love towards them or love towards nations. We, the feeling of nationalism has come to us because we are again knowledgeable, and we are not like our parents who are only thinking about earning. We are thinking about nation also. We are thinking about our surroundings, societies, because food is taken care, shelter is taken care. So when it is like this, people want to buy Indian now. If you come out with a good Indian products, people are buying it already. You know, Khan Academy. How many of you know Khan Academy? So
Yes.
it's a British academy, right? After Wikipedia, Khan was one of the biggest academy. So online education academy, EduTechs we call it, EduTechs we call it, which is the world's biggest EduTech right now. Byju's. How many of you see? You know that Sahara had paid 1,000 crores for that Sahara logo on Indian cricket team. Now
Yes.
whose logo is there?
Yes.
Byju's logo is there, right? And Byju's started, you know when? 2008. Byju's became popular in 2013. And right now, Byju is world's biggest edutech. Khan Academy is nowhere. We beat British. How? How? Because the economy or the people or the world is prepared for Indian stuff already. You have An Academy, you have Vedantu, you have Upgrad. All these are Indian edutechs. They're making billions. I mean, Indians are entering into billionaires list. All are small enterprises. How many of you know how much they invested? Byju's would have invested hardly 5 lakh rupees. And Byju's is $17 billion company in the world now. Vedantu invested just like 80,000 rupees. And Vedantu was sold to Byju's. Byju's occupies it. Vedantu was sold for $1 billion. Amazing, right? Look at the growth rate, how they grew. And why so many things are coming out. Have you seen MPL? Have you seen Dream 11? These are Indians. Swiggy, Zomato, Indian startups. Because it is available all around. You know, Uber was world's biggest vulture company. You know what a vulture company is? They, wherever they go, they would destroy the local market. local market. Uber comes, all the other people will go. So Uber came to India, Uber went to Singapore, Uber went to many Indonesian companies and everything. Everywhere Uber went, almost in 32 countries, Uber killed the local transportation system and Uber started monopoly. But India didn't happen. What was it? What was it? Who came back to Uber? Ola pushed in. Ola is big, as big. I mean, Ola is big and it could fight with Uber, right? Indian small company. Indian small company. How many of you know BNB? How many of you know BNB? Oyo is big or BNB is big? Oyo is the biggest local company of Bangalore. Oyo is the biggest. It's a startup again. It's a startup again. Look at this brighter things. Look at this brighter things. And you know what? And you know what? All I could do is there is one more thing we need to understand. Most of the time we search for jobs, we search for things, we do that things. We ask what government has done. Government has not created that. Government has not created this. We wait for someone else to give us job. So don't ever ask what nation has done to you. Ask what you could do to the nation. Don't ask government for a job. Create jobs so that government can employ more number of people in your name. Startup is that project which doesn't give only economy to you. It gives jobs to your country. It gives jobs to your country. See, dying for nation, everyone's dream. After at least seeing this Yuri movie, everyone wanted to die for nation. How many of you felt like, wow, what an amazing that? How many of you felt this? If every time a soldier passes by, what an amazing feeling he would have. He's saving us. Yes, amazing that is. You want to get same feeling? You want to get same feeling as a soldier gets, that he's doing amazing things to his nation. He's saving, he's safeguarding. Come out, be an entrepreneur. Don't be a mediocre job holder. Be an entrepreneur. You can create jobs that is as good as a soldier doing. That's what you could do to your nations if you start a startup. Not only that, when you see this difference between an entrepreneur and an employee, you can find it here. You can find it here. The way you grow, you can see the startup dreams, how salaries, worksheet, work assets, domains, equity, excitement, everything increases. It is very attractive all around. And it's not capital intensive. It is skill intensive. Your ideas, small ideas. I had a friend. How many of you know Ultra Voice bikes? We studied together. If you know base, we studied our IIT preparation in base. So together. So he goes to BMSC and I go to UVC after 12. After that, he goes to Japan to study automobile designing. I go to Melbourne to study environmental science. So we come back. He comes back. You know what? TVS has invested in his company. It's called Ultra Voice. You can see it in. It's a bike company. It's an electric bike company, EV company. And you know what he did recently? He bought Ducati Pinelli bike, and he bought. Can you believe which car he bought? He bought Audi A8, and he's my age, 34. Startup. That's an amazing feeling about startup. Amazing feeling. I have many such examples. Forget this. This is big. I'll give you an example of a small startup. There was a huge news. Even Modi expressed this news. There was a woman. There was a woman in Telangana. You would have seen this in papers. What she did is, her husband was a, what is that? He was a constable or something in Telangana police, and she had to. I mean, they were for hand and mouth. She knew small skills of tailoring. What she did was, she joined another 5 women and started a tailoring shop. Slowly, what happened? Her husband helped her to get a government contract. that police contract to stitch the uniforms. She employed 50 more people. She employed 50 more people. Now for her, this thing, what has happened now, she has employed 500 tailors, not just in Hyderabad,
Light off
in
please.
small places. You know what? She had studied ninth standard and simple tailoring skills. She's an entrepreneur. So she in her interview she says that there are small entrepreneurs who work for like 20 to 25 people together. They're working. They're earning almost like 1 lakh per month. Almost 1 lakh rupees per month they're earning. And during COVID-19, she says that I have branded my own mask and I'm selling it. Ninth standard. Forget this skilled people, small skilled people with what was the thing? How much she invested? She had like two bangles which was given for a marriage, and it was like somewhere around 20 grams. She got somewhere around 80,000, 90,000. That was her investments. And she is creating jobs. What an amazing feeling. When she could do it, why can't we do it? Why can't we do it? And now, more opportunities, more opportunities. We are shifting ourselves. See, one thing we need to understand is, mentality should change. We should think differently. Why do I say this? Why do I say this? The media one side, the people other side, or the intellectual other sides are thinking differently. Have you heard about this word called vaccine diplomacy or vaccine wars? What is this? India is a country which has two vaccines, Covaxin and Covishield. And first thing, all you kids who are 18 plus, please get vaccinated as soon as possible. This is the only way we can fight COVID. And the life is amazing post-COVID. Because world before Second World War and after Second World War, it was hell. It's filled with fundamental rights. People have freedom. People roam around. People are so happy. It was colonial and post-colonial. People enjoy life after Second World War. Same thing happens once COVID goes. Life is beautiful. Opportunities are amazing. You can travel, you can enjoy, you can have an amazing life. Hold on for this. Let's be careful. Let's get vaccinated. Let's follow guidelines. Let's not risk ourselves, because life is so beautiful after COVID. You will grow amazingly. India will be superpower another 10 years. And you're part of that superpower country. Your efforts are there to make India a superpower. That's the beauty of India. So hold on to get into vaccinations. What happens is, this is another drawback which you need to understand. You people need to think exactly like this. What happens? There's Covaxin and Covishield. China had something like this. They had their own local Chinese vaccine. Not even one media or not even one person in his Twitter tweeted against the vaccine. But Indians, they're telling it's a water, they're telling it's a dumb company, it doesn't have efficiency, media is telling people are dying. Negative propaganda. Why are we not proud of our own vaccinations? How proud we should be. World didn't, only India has 2 vaccines. Out of the 3 billion vaccines producing, highest is India produces almost 1.2 billion vaccines. India is a future to produce these vaccines elsewhere. But what happens? My media talks like, don't take Covishield, people will die. Those are side effects, people are dying. Some guy dies for something else, you put it on Indian company. This is a problem we are facing. So we could, as a youth, neglect this. These are horrible things which is pulling us back. It is not talking. See, ICMR says this. Only 1,500 cases, death cases, not even 1,500 death cases, that too single vaccine cases. Not even hardly 2-digit death cases, people who have taken both the vaccines. This is the positive side. See, you want to be with that 92% of the world who thinks negative, that India will not grow, nothing will happen in India, Indian stuffs are bad, or you want to be in that 8% where India is amazing, India is growing, India will be awesome, and I'm part of India's growth. I'll be the world's superpower in 10 years. And nobody else in the world has this capacity other than India. No other country can post COVID can come back and fight and sustain and win off all those things and improve its economy the way India has. India has a platform which is amazingly built. What is that platform India has? You and me, our youth, skilled youth, the bright youth who could come out with innovations, who could come out with new products, new ways of dealing things. We are here. So we can put our footprints in the history because this is the opportunity we hold on to. This is the opportunity we hold on to. India could grow. India will grow. And we need our thinking capacity to change. We need to, instead of working for some MNC, let's start my own company, small ones. Clear? So we have all the potentials. Other than that, I'll tell you a little negative. Every time a pandemic happens, every time a global crisis happens, they will be short on jobs because lockdown laid off. You know, many countries, you know, food or resorts or travel, everything travel ban or this guides or this. Many people have lost jobs. Many people have lost jobs. But post-COVID, jobs required. Post-COVID, jobs required. Post-COVID, innovation requires. And India comes out with this innovations. India comes out with the startups. Indian youth thinks differently. We can sustain all these things. We can come back all these things. These are the examples of those startups. You know, Hewlett and Packard's HP. He started with $538 his investments to grow. You know, Dell, $1,000 he invested. You know, Victoria's Secret, how much he started with his investments? Not even $10,000. So, we have that myth, we need to have huge money to start an investment, to start a startup. No. We need little money and more ideas, more people, more commitment. Human capital is more than the cash capital or monetary capital. Monetary capital is not important. Human capital, human thoughts, human innovations, human skills are more important. And you people exactly have it. And you are in the perfect place. You come out of your engineering, finish your degree, think outside the box, start a startup, and amazing. And the government is thinking, see, what happens is, government changed its strategy. Government was thinking about R&D, investing in R&D. Instead of that, government is telling you people come out with the ideas. Instead of investing in R&D, I'll invest in you. Government is giving a lot of loans, and I'm very serious about this. Government is giving a lot of loans. 9 lakh crores of loan government is ready to give. And without security. If you start an MSME, if you come out with a startup, government helps you to, there are incubation centers. Take your idea to these incubation centers. Take your idea to those incubation centers. They will help you get all the clearings, and they'll help you get the funding. They'll help you get the resource people. They'll help you get the raw materials. We need to come out with innovations. All we need to do is little bit from our side. Let's take little risk because we are self-sufficient, at least to this. I don't need to. I won't die if I if I could take a risk and I could go take another path. Nothing will happen back. Unlike our fathers, if he was taking a leap outside his road, it was troubling him. His family would be starving. It's not like that for us. It's not like that for us. We can take chances. We can take risks. We can come out and we can definitely win. We can definitely win. How many of you know Swiggy is one of the biggest startups? And amazing, I feel so proud of Swiggy. telling that it's an Indian innovation. You know why? You know why? How many of youth, they work, they earn their own money, they study, they fulfill their needs. Swiggy has employed so many people. Swiggy has employed so many people. And you feel so happy to see that so many people, Zomato and Swiggy, because they run Indian economy right now. During post-COVID, Zomato comes out with amazing concept, says that I delivered 1 crore when everyone were in lockdown. I delivered food. 40 days, 1 crore deliveries I had done. That means how many people were employed? Most of the people were sitting at home, and some people were earning too. Policy Bazaar, CureFit, Oyo is such a sensational thing. Swiggy delivers everything. Dunzo has come out. Amazing these are. It's not about. It's not just about. They make billions. It's not about just billions, because all these four companies, these are billionaires. They became billionaires in 5 years. It was taking ages for people to become billionaires. They became billionaires in 5 years, and they're not catering outside world. They're catering inside India. This thing is only India. Now Oyo has gone out, Baiju's have gone out, Zomato has gone out. Wherever Zomato is going, it is becoming the biggest. Look at the brightness. When you see India 10 years down the line with your ideas and you're growing like them, it's amazing to see. It's amazing to see. So these, don't wait for the jobs. Don't wait for the job. Atrocities will definitely, how long you'll be dependent on someone else's mercy. All the food related companies went down. Travel, transportation, fitness, they fell like anything. But we see they have fallen, but smart people who see positive in that, they have shifted themselves to something else. They have shifted themselves to something else. There was one, my neighbor, like 3 houses. She was working in Dell. She wanted to do her own small enterprises. She wanted to teach Sangeeta. She's amazing Sangeeta teacher. Okay, she's just 36 years. She had learned all the classical Hindustani, not both Hindustani and Carnatic both. She knows it, and she was earning well 1.2 lakhs per annum, but per month, and she quits it, and she was making nearly 30,000. But she knows now it's 30,000. Tomorrow it will grow. Now during lockdown, what could she do? She used Google Meet. You know what happened the moment she used Google Meet? Her own colleagues started learning from her. Her own colleagues have started learning from her. She's sitting in one corner, she's teaching all of them. And she's making easily 1 lakh back again. Because most of the people are at home. 5:30 to 6:30 she teaches. And she, like, every day 5:30 to 6:30 she teaches. And so many people around. Market was limited. COVID increased the market. See, she should have fallen. But she had positive thinking. She used Google Meet. Zoom, she started with Zoom. Then Google Meet is cheaper. Now she's making money. She's making money and she's so happy. And she's coming out with different situations, and she's telling, we'll cook and I'll share the cooking recipes, something like that. Small things, amazing. So adversity I turn into opportunity, right? Adversity I turn into opportunities. We can do many things. Indian economy can come back only if we think like this. First thing, way to think, buy Indian. Second thing, not to wait for a job. Create jobs. It is the thing. It is the thing. So the startup sector is likely to grow post COVID-19 pandemic. EduTech, I told you, EduTech. Amazing it is. EduTech is amazing. You have still so much future for EduTech. It is growing and growing. This is not reducing at all. You can have personal mentoring also. It can start. Look at this. All these are big EduTechs. Online Tayari, Unacademy, Upcrack, Toppers, Talent Edge. All are millennial companies. They have millions. These two, are billion-dollar companies.
ಅಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಗ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ.
And they became billion. You know, when was Unacademy started? Unacademy started in 2015. And Unacademy grew because of COVID. And world is the market still. World is waiting for you. Come out even today. There is no
ಯಾವ್ದು ಅನರ್ಘ್ಯನ
preparation for GATE, no big preparations for GATE. You people can come out. You can start your own maths classes, YouTube classes you can start. Side business, small things. There's so many people who are making TikTok videos and then, but you people have the caliber to teach math, science topics which are encouraging. You can start it. So second one is health and wellness. You know this health and wellness. Cultfit, Ziva, caffeine, Skin Cart, Wild Earth. These are organic material things. They're working amazingly. Healthify Me. Many such things. You can deliver medicines. Come out. You are ISE students. You have all you need to learn small new softwares. Already you are well developed with amazing softwares you people have. Get an idea, prepare an app or prepare a website, push in there. And government is waiting for such ideas. Government will sponsor you. There are so many people who are sponsoring you. Now people are not ready to invest in gold and this thing. People are ready to invest in startups. Because they know the future. It's so big, it's so big. We have financial services. Can you imagine how much your life is dependent on these people? How much your life is dependent on these people? There are amazing bank bazaar. Who is Indranagar ki Gunda? Cred. Look at, Cred is a billion-dollar company. Cred is a billion-dollar. When did you start? How many of you took it lightly when there was a small ad? Cred actually grew because of Dravid. One simple ad, everyone knows now. Indranagar ka Gunda, one line Cred is so big, amazing idea. Billion-dollar company Cred is. Financial services. So, Razor Pay, Clear Tax, Incred, Business Connect. You have many such small ideas. You can come out and do MobiQuick. How long you need to do? All these are tiny these things. And government is ready to invest in you. The moment you say yes, you have a well-prepared market, and people are looking forward for such services. People are looking forward for such services. Of all these things, one thing I want to say. Most of these are service-oriented startups. But always I wanted to have an agricultural startups. You know why? How many of you know this? Most affected person in this world is my farmer. When Indian farmers are affected because they are in the myth that they need to do farming irrespective of profit or loss. My farmers are suffering every day. Farming is the only field. I hate this Bollywood. I hate those people who say farmers should stay farmer. No, why should farmers stay farmer? Let him come out of farming. Why should he stay in that loss-making industry? Let him come out. Give him job. You people have capacity to bring the farmers out of farming. Let him also enjoy life like us. Farming is not a good activity. We need food. Why farming is not a good activity? Unskilled laborers. We should always replace unskilled laborers with missions. And my labor waste, I'm wasting my people there. They should come out with the training institutions. Train these farmers to come out of farming and start their own businesses. Food processing industry. Future is food processing industry. How many of you know this? What is Kellogg's? What is this Kellogg's and all? These are excess produced food of USA. USA produced excess Jover. And they can't directly sell it to India. What they do, they pack it. 5 rupees corn. He packs it and sells it for 190 rupees, 200 rupees. What is your sweet corn? What is your popcorn? It's hardly 2 rupees, 5 rupees. And he sells to India like this, packing, food processing industry. Convert my farmers into food processing entrepreneurs. Don't let farmers to do farming. We have always thinking that, okay, farming is the best activity. There is nothing like that. Machines can produce. Let's replace farmers from producing, going there. Even my grandfather is farmer. I mean, the caste itself is a farming caste. We are supposed to do caste. But I don't understand, why should farmers stay as a farmer forever? Why can't he be an entrepreneur? Why can't he be an IAS officer? Why can't he be? So if farmer doesn't do the job, who else will produce the? If farmer is not producing, machines will produce. No problem. And we don't need to do somebody. I don't want a human to do unskilled labor. What he does, he weedicides, removes weeds. Do we want people to remove weeds? No, I want him to come create new things. Skilled labor. I don't want him to waste his life removing weeds, plucking tomatoes, plucking apples. Machines supposed to do all these things. Machines supposed to do all these things. Not a farmer, not a human. Human supposed to create new things, produce new things, make machines, make items, make production. Yes, yes, we are wasting our huge human resources there. Government wants to push all the farmers here, mechanize agriculture. That is the best future you people have. You know, all the developed countries, how many people are there who is farming? Only 8% of USA does farming. 63% of USA is service sector. Look at the standard of life for service sector people. And the farmer is also having amazing standard of life. But what is happening for my farmer? Telling, okay, this is piece of land, it is not giving me any money. I should still farm only. I should not come out of it. How can you leave farming and go? Why should we do loss-making industry? You should come out, sell it. They'll tell, how can you sell your land? What's wrong when you are coming out and serving India in a better way? Getting skills, shackles. These are shackles which we need to break out. You people need to think about Indian farmers. Come out with the startups there. Remove farmers and equip them with food processing industries. It is in your hands. Don't think like only middle class people. Concentrate on agriculture people, because we can transform Indian agriculture. We can be exporting our Priya pickles. No, I can export Indian ragi. Yes. What is corn? Corn is a simple healthy food. I will sell Indian ragi. I'll come out with an amazing startup. Sell Indian ragi to abroad. They're making us eat their corn. Hershey's chocolate, I'll make a ragi chocolate, let them eat it. This should be the attitude. Make commercialized things. Think about that. So, if at all you meet somebody who asks a farmer to be a farmer, don't need to. Let him come out. Let him do a productive job. Skilled labor, let him do skilled labor. But my politicians, my media, my money lenders, my industrialists don't want farmers to stop farming. If it stops farming, what would happen? They will have competitors. Farmers should remain farmer. India should be an agrarian company where they should be unskilled. If they're unskilled, they will not think about others. That's what they're thinking. Let's break this. You people can do this. SaaS, you people will know more than me what is SaaS and remote working tools. We have amazing remote working tools. This is a future for software engineer or an software engineer or most of the electronic engineers. They can come out with SaaS and remote working tools. They have an amazing future. People want something like this now. They want something like this now. Grammarly, Zoom. You saw Audible. Audible is amazing. I mean, I'm going on drive and I could finish a book while driving. Amazing concept. Audible. Come out with SaaS and remote working. This is future for you people. Just think little bit. You have big baskets. This is like What they're doing, big basket,
ಏನ್
Groupers,
ಕತೆ
Swiggy,
ಹೇಳಿ
Eat
ಫಸ್ಟ್
Fit,
ನೀವು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ
delivery
ಸೈಲೆನ್ಸ್
companies. They deliver everything you want. And it is, you have choices. Other than that, OTT platforms, they're growing so amazing. How many of you spend at least 1 hour in an OTT? And it will continue, it won't reduce. And these people are amazing. People are amazing. They're coming out with gaming online. These are the futures. People will have, Indian government is pushing more and more into, India is becoming more information technology, ICT, information, communication and technology will include. More fibers are pushed. Rural areas, still, India has only tapped 46% of smartphone users. India has remaining 55% of smartphone users. This is the big thing which we have. This is the big thing which we have. We can push in ourselves. We can push in ourselves. You have pharma industry is the future. People are into hygiene. They come out now. Nobody wants to go to a medical shop and buy. They want it to themselves. 1 mg pharmacy. Netmeds, MedLife. You have healthy ends. They'll collect your blood samples from home. Many such innovations. You can come out with innovations and develop. It is waiting for you people to come out, think, and develop all these things. There's over that. Government is doing so much. Government is giving loans. Government wants loans are there. Government is giving a lot of loans. Government is coming out and helping incubators. Government is going to different colleges and universities and asking them to have an R&D department, encouraging students for startups. Because you can create jobs tomorrow. This is the future. This is what I need to do. You know, there's managed office spaces, OYO workspace, WeWork. What an amazing concept it is. See, I have a house. I rent for 8 hours for one business. Remaining 16 hours is waste. That's what OYO and WeWork will do. You can take hardly jobs. I mean, rent for hour. Okay, 1 hour you work here. And same space, I'll give it to someone else for another 1 hour. What an amazing concept. Managed office spaces. This is future again. This is future again. I'll tell you one thing. Can you create in-house office spaces now? Can I make it work from home? A ritual forever? Work from home? That will build bonds. Can I change work from home into work from anywhere? Work from anywhere, amazing concept. Change this work from home to work from anywhere. Create home offices. This is the future. You can create home offices. You can spend time with your family. You can spend your office time inside also. ICT is there. ICT will help you. Information, communication and technology will definitely help you. Other than that, you have blockchain technology. Amazing future. Blockchain technology. Bitcoins are growing. It means blockchain technology will go. More, you need more and more privacy, blockchain technology, more security, blockchain technology, not privacy, security, blockchain technology, secure transactions. Bitcoins, India, the moment India accepts Bitcoin, you can create your own Bitcoin companies. Future, blockchain, machine learning. What is your Siri? How amazing it has grown. You can come out with another way, Spotify. Machine learning. You have Siri, you have OK Google, the Google Ads. You can come out with other ways. Emotional machine learning you can do, correct? And it's possible. It's possible. So this is a future, and India is an amazing place because of youth in India are amazing. World's highest youth population is in India, and this youth population have potential to create and mesmerize Indian economy, and it has a tremendous opportunities all over. All it needs is you people to think a little bit outside the box, come out and pushing yourself. Pushing yourself. Government is waiting. You have innovation cells, you have incubators, you have ministries, you have departments from the government. Government is getting investors. Banks are waiting to sponsor you. Government has given lots of loans. All these things are there. Your step is only required. you people can do. Just don't stop yourself running around this vicious cycle like this corporate guy. Build an empire of yours. Correct? Amazing it is. Yeah. So what I want lastly to say is future is amazing. Let's fight COVID. After that, future is amazing. Exactly by then, you people will be out there. You people need to think. Remember, humanity and nationality wins over everything. So nationality won by Indian, make in India, made by Indian, and you people should be those Indian companies which make India proud, and you can be the future of nation building. You can be as big as those independent, I mean, freedom fighters. You can be bigger than them. Build India. Post COVID, you build India. It's in your hands. You will be as you can be as proud as a freedom fighter, much prouder than them. It's in your hands. Come out, think. Don't get stuck behind those MNCs. Facebook. Create your own thing. Yes. Why to work for someone else when you have so much potential? Come on, you compete with those US companies instead of being part of it. You create your company so that they don't even pressurize us. Correct? You create jobs. It's in your hands. Yeah. So I want to end my speech telling: have this nationalistic feeling. Think outside the box and push in yourself. Yeah.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah. Yeah. Please. 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 Please.
So, what is the benefit of this startup to about our Indian economy?
Benefits of startups to Indian economy. See, what happens is right now, what is important for Indian economy? First thing is jobs, creation of jobs. Startup is the one which creates a lot of jobs. The second thing, and GDP. We need to recover our GDP. GDP has fallen. Why? Because we have traditional industries. Startups will come out with the innovative industries. So example is PP kits. Now there are many startups who have started making masks, PP kits. So they're coming out with, I mean, crafted tools or crafted services for people. Urban, you know, Urban Ladder. He's coming out with better services. So it makes better living standards. It gives more, improves our GDP. It gives employment. It gives better competitive goods to Indian economy.
Yeah, sir. But I think if you get the employee in any one of Indian companies, so economic well-being. I mean, if we will get a certain beneficiary, I mean, financially security will increase.
Yes.
So I mean, the families can enjoy the adequate food and adequate cloth, everything. They are
Yes.
in the normal state.
Yes.
But my question is, we are creating a startup. Okay, fine. We are creating a startup. Everything is fine. But what exactly we are giving to India? I mean, these startups are okay, fine. I mean, the CEO will get a money, employees will get a money, everything is done.
Yes.
But we depending on other, I mean, other countries like US, and we are dependent. If you go for motherboard, we are dependent on China.
Yes.
Even Apple is creating its own leave, but we don't know exactly the technology. The main key to solve the Indian economy, I mean, improve the Indian economy is education system should be changed,
Yes.
and even more the economy. I mean, this what we are talking about GDP.
Yes.
If the human resource is great, even we have good human resource, in 2020's GDP is coming worst because
Yes.
India is a service-based country, not a product-based. We are not designing it. We just want to create. We are giving a service. Even Infosys, take an example. We provided work to people. Okay, fine. We'll adequate. We'll the families, whatever the hardships, we will move. But what exactly the role of Infosys to be? I mean, in India, it's okay, fine. Yeah, it's giving 2.3 revenue from India. Northern America is giving 63, around 63 some percent, and even the European countries are giving. I mean, the revenue is good in from Infosys, but why can't the revenue is good in only in India? Why North America, Europe's, and rest of the world? Is even more the thing is Like even the product base, what is that? Even we don't have OS, and how can this Python programming language will come?
So what
So
happens?
creation is the main key to solve this. Even more, the ISRO, even in 2019, they have done the 19 homegrown satellites because due to the technology and the electronic gadgets, they didn't support, and they move for half of it.
The meaning of startup
Even
itself
more
is
in the
innovation.
2006, yeah,
The
even in
meaning of
2006,
startup itself is innovation. What you're
that
telling
is
is
an
we
innovation.
don't
Okay,
have.
we'll give the employment. Okay, fine, they will get a job. To key,
No.
you should have, why we can't reach for the first place, because this is the reason.
Yeah. The
Sir,
meaning of startup itself is innovation.
sir, may I give the answer to
Yeah.
the question,
Yeah, sure.
if you don't mind?
Yeah.
Actually, when we will do startup now, it automatically emphasize the innovation.
Yes.
We can have a enough economy in our hand to invest for innovations. So we can do innovation.
Innovations,
So
okay,
no,
fine.
today, listen. Today we are not emphasizing our own mobile phone like Geo. We are purchasing iPhone because we don't know
No,
about
no,
the
no, you're not
technology.
understanding my
Our
point. Not
own,
innovation. I'm not against to this India or anything. Just Indian economy is not only solved by innovation. Innovation, it doesn't happen because we are just copying. Napster is there in already in 90s. Just created as a Ghana.com and all this stuff is great. But
That's what the
what
solution is
it is
innovation.
there, but you are just copying that. It's okay, fine. You are getting employment. It's very good, very good. Everything about that. You are using Apple phone. Leave all this stuff. But my question is, why we should have to borrow from other country? Why we should prepare our own technology?
Yes, that's
no,
what is
no, we don't want to borrow
startup
from
is.
another country. If we will
No, no, no.
do
You're.
work now,
I think you're.
just
I mean,
listen.
dependent on the motherboard. I mean, see, for
Okay, okay,
China
just listen to
is
me.
getting revenue from this technology. Leave about this human resource and GDP. You know about GDP of this India now? Not about
Yeah,
exports.
it's
I'm just talking the nominal.
135 lakh crore. I know,
No,
but
no, no,
see,
bro.
listen to
It's
me
just
first.
no, no, no. It's no. I think you're
Listen,
really.
listen. Let me give you answer to that.
From 2016 GDPs like around 8.6%. Now we are decreased to 3.6 somewhere, and even they predicted that minus we are coming in minus because we are service based. You are not getting my point. See, even Infosys, what is doing, where the clients are coming from, foreign. He is taking the jobs, and then they are taking their work.
Yeah, Vaman.
They are
One
getting a
minute. Let
revenue and
me
just
give you an answer, Vaman. So what you are trying to tell is, we are industrialized not on capital goods. We are industrialized on finished goods. So we need to industrialize ourselves in capital goods. We need to produce capital goods, not depend on someone else. Yes,
yeah,
for that innovation is important. Research and development is important.
research and
Yes,
development is very
that
important.
is what is
Here,
startup.
yeah, I
Startup
got you.
itself, the meaning of startup itself is research
Startup,
and development.
yeah,
Startup
sir,
means
in
new
startup,
ideas.
yeah, new idea only.
Yes,
But
new ideas.
the new ideas which are in this Oyo, Swiggy, Zomato, fine, which are given employ to people. Okay, fine, there will be employee there. Sir, what my question here is technology. I mean, we are not. See, we spend 59,000 crores of rupees to buy a aircraft. What does this mean? We
That's
can
what is
invest and create,
India
right? Sir,
is.
DRDO,
That's
what
what
the
I mean
DRDO
by
is doing.
defense startups. What why you're stuck with only service sector startups? We have agricultural startups. We have defense sector startups. We have manufacturing sector startups. They're working out well. What we see mostly is service sector startups. We have startups in everywhere. India had come out with better medical equipments than anybody else. India, forget that. Let me put it in pharmaceutical startups itself. Out of 10 biggest pharmaceutical industries, 6 are Indian. World's biggest pharmaceutical industries, 6 are big Indian. And how did Bio Bharat Tech? It is purely Indian-based vaccine. No, at least Serum Institution has it with AstraZeneca. We came out with this is purely because of Indian innovation. So we are investing. What we have, this is a new era where government, instead of spending on investment, spends on startups because startups are the innovation itself. The meaning of startup, I'm not talking about entrepreneurship. I'm talking about startup. There is a difference between entrepreneur and a startup. Entrepreneur does the normal business. Startup guy comes out with the new innovative products, new innovative businesses. So don't get confused between an entrepreneur and then startup. Startup means innovative ideas. It's not age old traditional ideas. They come out with innovative, they do research and development. They see things in a different perspectives. So it started and it is just the beginning. So now we can improve ourselves to such an extent that we can have much more, all the capital goods can be produced in India. We can produce our own capital goods from tomorrow. Like example, you know what has happened all these days. Maruti Suzuki was taking Fiat engine, isn't it? How many of you know that Fiat engine is what Maruti Suzuki takes? India didn't have its own engine. Now Tata has come out with its own engines. XUV has come out with its own engines. It's starting. So tomorrow, new startup, India has the biggest startup, EV technology, battery technology. Indians are patenting themselves in EV technology. What is EV technology? Electrical vehicles, battery technology, either battery technology. That is Indian again. So this is patent holding. So tomorrow you don't need a Bosch engine at all, because I already have an Indian electrical cars which are running. Reva was already there when people were running behind Bosch for this thing. So we have innovative things and we are pushing it. We are pushing it. And this is the era transition from production of normal goods or finished goods. I'm producing capital goods. Capital goods are the one which are innovated in India. We are coming out with innovated things in India. That is the meaning of startups. Clear?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other?
No, sir. I want to ask one question.
Yeah.
If I want to start my own startup, so what will be the initial thing I have to do?
See, simple things. So how to start a startup? You have a good idea. So there are incubation centers. Government of India has incubation centers. You can go to Startup India websites, find out the near incubation centers, prepare all your documents which are necessary for the startups. Can go to that, propose your idea. They will evaluate your idea. They will check whether your idea is feasibility of your idea. They will check. One is that, and second thing is they will connect you to the banking system. They will connect you to the raw material supplier, and they will tell you the market, where to invest, and where, who is the market, how to develop market. These ideas are given in incubators. Government of India has set up incubators like this one. Other than that, these banks are also now doing this job. You can take your good idea, feasible idea, you can push it into, you can go to Citibank, HDFC, ICICI, explain them, ask them to uh, be a commercial partner with your this things and give you loans on the basis. They will evaluate. ICICI actually it is an industrial development bank itself. So if you have any good ideas, so they would sponsor, they would give loans directly to your ideas. Other than that, universities are also working as an incubator. There are universities which are helping students now for innovation. You can reach to your universities also. Yeah.
Hello, sir. One small interrupt.
Yes,
In
ma'am.
our institution, we have incubation labs, sir. So after this release of lockdown, we'll take care of all those things. Even we have startup also, sir. In this,
Wonderful.
that is National Innovation Startup Policy Committee also there. Incubation cell.
That's a wonderful initiation, man. Amazing.
And
We
sir,
have, sir.
Yeah.
ma'am,
Yeah,
sir,
anything?
I have request, sir.
Yes.
Ma'am, can I, if you don't mind? Sir, like in a behalf of VKIT, can you will I want to invite you to come in our college, like after to motivate our first year student. Not only first year, second year, third year, all of us. So
Definitely, Chetan. I'll be looking forward for something like this. And actually, ma'am has also has spoken about this once the lockdown is over. So
Yes,
definitely we
sir.
can.
We have a plan, sir.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
so thank you, sir, for giving us precious knowledge about that.
Thank you very much. Pleasure is mine, actually.
Yeah. Karthik?
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Chandrama madam wants to ask something.
Yeah, I'll start, ma'am. Okay, no problem. Yeah,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, I, Professor R. Chandrama, convener of ISE and in charge of Incubation Center, takes this opportunity to propose vote of thanks. So, first I'd like to thank our speaker of the day, Mr. Sanket Reddy, Chief Mentor, Anargya IAS Academy, Bangalore. Sir, I thank you very much for accepting our invitation in your busy schedule. Even we have over phone only, madam has communicated. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Pleasure is mine. It was glad
Yes.
being part of this.
Yes, sir. Sir, as your talk was informative and explained in detail how the students can start their startups and also how the startups are helping us to reboot the Indian economy. And your talk was really amazing, and it is a real motivation for the students to move towards the startups and also to create. That is because they need the employment instead of getting the employee or to becoming an employee. The student should think about how I can provide an employment. So it really defines the identity with positive thinking in becoming successful entrepreneur. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. And next, I would like to thank our management. So no event will be successful until there is a support from management. So on behalf of IAC VKIT team, I take this opportunity to wholeheartedly thank the Janata Education Society management for your support and encouragement in conducting this webinar. And also, I thank Mrs. Indira Gopal Krishna ma'am, Vice Chairman VKIT, for energetic motivation and encouragement in conducting this webinar. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. I thank our beloved principal, Dr. D.V. Chandrasekhar sir, for supporting and encouraging us in conducting these type of webinars. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, Sanket.
Thank you. So I thank all the VKIT IAC team members for all the efforts in arranging and conducting the webinars like this. Thank you all. So I thank all the heads of the departments of VKIT and staff members of VKIT in supporting us in conducting this webinar. Thank you all. And my appreciation and thanks to VKIT IAC Students Coordinator, Suhas, Karthik and Rahul of ISC departments, because they have taken the risk in designing poster and arranging all these things. Thank you, students. So finally, I thank all the participants of our party for patience listening, without whom the event would have not been successful. Thank you one and all. Stay in home, stay healthy and safe. Thank you all. Yes, sir. Thank you once again, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.